Welcome back to A Real Pain, the movie podcast where two generations clash over whether their movies deserve to be considered a classic or not. I'm Matthew, a Gen Zer.
And I'm John, a Millennial. And today we're watching my movie pick, Masters of the Universe from 1987.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, for those just tuning in,
Woo.
I tried to do the intro a couple times and I could not do it. But I blame partly, it's been, as people might know, we work at Storyline Multimedia.
Mm-hmm. We make videos besides this.
We make videos, we make
other
podcasts. And the last couple weeks have been insane. So I got everybody a treat to start off the pod because I also think we're going to need a treat to get through this movie.
This movie, yeah.
So I texted you guys earlier this week. What is your party beverage of choice?
Okay.
So Tabby, yours is just on the other side of the monitor there.
Okay.
You gotta be careful. Your party drink is pink lemonade. So, yep, I disguised it in that mug. And then Matthew and I are gonna crush this.
Let's go. Surfside.
So Surfside, is there a particular one that you like?
Ooh, I haven't tried the half and half ones yet.
I thought you texted the half and half. I didn't.
No, this is great. No, this
okay.
No, I've been wanting to try them. So
I'm
this
gonna
is
try
amazing.
mango.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not. If you want to sponsor us, let us know. But
yeah, let us know.
right now, this is just sponsoring
Free.
the conclusion of a hard week.
Boom.
Let's go.
Get mine open.
Did I do good, Tabby? Is
you
that going to
did
be
well.
delicious? I mean,
Yes.
there's so many pink lemonades to choose from.
You can't go
you're not
wrong.
brand
Okay,
loyal.
I was
Yeah.
blown away by how many. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers,
guys.
Tabby.
Cheers.
All right. E-man.
Okay, so some people might not know this, but we produce a lot of we're getting sidetracked here, so I hope that if you tuned in to hear about Masters of the Universe, I promise
Too
we'll
bad
get
you're
there.
going to hear about our business instead.
Yeah, well, one thought I had was just even with the Masters of the Universe is we do a lot of real estate videos.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they had to do over the last couple of years is phase out master bedroom.
Mm,
And they turned, say, primary bedroom
that's
now.
true.
So we are about to review primaries.
Primaries of the universe.
Primaries of the universe. Yep.
Oh, so I have a question, John.
Yeah. Just,
Growing-
I worked harder on that joke than my actual review of this movie.
Good. Now I'm really excited to hear your thoughts on this movie. So growing up,
They recorded you.
Spill?
Yeah, I just spilled all over myself.
Good week.
And that's when I developed my drinking problem.
You spill once, is all downhill from there.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So growing up, how familiar are you with the He-Man lore universe?
So, I mean, we would watch the cartoons on occasion, but I didn't know any of the lore. I think it was just something that was kind of on in the background.
okay. Like one of those Sunday morning cartoon or Saturday morning.
Yeah, Saturday morning
Yeah.
cartoons. I think because when I was a kid, there was a lot of reruns, so they would have been earlier in the morning before the newer
Sure.
stuff.
So not to age yourself, but at what age would you have been when these were playing on the TV?
10.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but
So
it was
right
an
age,
80s cartoon.
yeah.
But I was born in 84, so I wouldn't have
Sure.
watched it until early 90s.
Oh,
Probably.
interesting. They're still playing them.
Yeah, I mean, there was just kind of a lot of the network TV stuff, if there was dead air, like they had their primetime chunks or
You're like,
whatever.
we can't fill any slots. Just throw He-Man in there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it was either because who's most likely going to be watching TV at 2 in the afternoon?
Yeah,
It was
kids
maybe
at home.
Yeah, kids
Yeah.
at home, and so
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Going into this movie, I knew nothing about He-Man, knew nothing about Master of the Universe. The only exposure I have to this whole, I don't want to say universe, but it's two memes.
Yep.
One is where He-Man is, singing that song or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other one is with Skeletor.
Yeah.
And when he's running away and he's like,
Yep.
So my only impression of him is that he was supposed to be a goofy antagonist. Is that true in the show?
I think it depends on how goofy, like how you define goofy. I think it would be goofy now, but like maybe when you're like, pick any childhood cartoon. I mean,
and I'm not saying that in like a demeaning way.
No,
just
yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
over exaggerated, I guess.
Because I'm assuming you never watched like Power Rangers.
No.
So Power Rangers, they had a bad guy. Her name was Rita. And she was always very menacing and like over the top.
Yeah, over the top. That's a good word for it.
So it was like, I think that's what the character was meant to be. So I don't think that Skeletor was meant to be necessarily goofy, but they were doing him over the top.
Sure. Yeah, I felt like Skeletor in this movie wasn't really over the top that much. He seemed more of like a true villain.
Yeah. Well, we should just, okay. So if you're new to the He-Man universe, we'll just put it this way. I'm going to give you the really basic rundown.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Okay. The whole premise is the heroic warrior He-Man battles against the evil Lord Skeletor and his armies of darkness for the control of Castle Grayskull. So they're on a specific planet. So my understanding is that the cartoons, they were never on Earth. They were always on this. So all of the characters and everything.
Right?
What's that?
Eternia? Right?
Yes. So everything took place there. God, if we're wrong, we're gonna get ripped in the. But everything took place there. So like even the new remake that's coming out, like the character He-Man gets.
Yeah, that's where they're going to, right?
He's on Earth. He got separated and he's trying to get back. So in this movie, when they go to Earth, I mean, they kind of do it in a fun way where it's like they accidentally
on
get
accident,
portaled to Earth, which, you know, I'm okay with. But I mean, ultimately, He-Man, Skeletor, it's kind of like Batman and the Joker.
Yep.
So they're enemies. They're on the planet. They're fighting. They get kind of like lost in this portal that portals them to Earth. I'm kind of going.
Yeah, we're doing the premise of the movie.
Of the movie. Then they run into Julie and Kevin. Julie is played by Courteney Cox, which has to be like her first movie.
That was
ever.
crazy. So Rachel was not watching it with me, but she was on the couch and she looks up at one random moment and just goes, "Is that Courteney Cox?" That was hilarious.
Yep. So that was kind of a fun little thing. But then they find like the portal key type thing.
The cosmic key.
The cosmic key. So the humans find this and they kind of team up with He-Man, Man-at-Arms, and then Gwildor.
I tell you what, justice for Gwildor, because Tila was on his butt the whole movie for no good reason. I felt so bad for him, and he took it to heart. And
Gwildor.
Yeah. Justice for Gwildor.
Yeah. Very strange looking character. It's like who's the dwarf from Lord of the Rings? Is it Gimli?
Yeah. Yes.
So Gwildor looks like
Gimli-esque.
Timu.
But it was
Gimli.
just so fun because it looked like it was puppeteered in a way. I don't know. It's just like.
Was it fun, Tabby? Did you have fun?
I did.
Watching Gwildor? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's
But he was horrifying. Sorry. He was really horrifying to look at, especially when
but in a
close-ups.
fun way, though.
No.
Yeah.
It's just.
when he's eating.
That was rough. That was a rough
When
scene.
Gwildor is eating.
When he poured the sauce.
That lost me. I'm like, that's so disgusting.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the movie, I'm like, there's just gravy dried up on. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
But-
no. I was like, no way. I can't
No,
believe
it's
I
one
didn't
of those
notice that.
classic things where like a character's just absolutely disgusting and like filthy. And then the next scene, they're all like,
Yep.
back
Here's
to new.
the thing, though. He was nice. He was just a nice guy. He didn't do anything wrong.
That's true.
And he had cool gills.
No.
Yep.
No, they were not cool.
Okay.
Dang.
a lot of debate on Gwildor over here.
All right. Well, before we get too far in, should we do our initial ratings?
Yes. I already wrote mine down.
Okay. Wow. Look at this guy.
So while Matthew's writing down his initial review of 8.5, I'd like to invite you to hit the subscribe
Doesn't
button
even
if
know.
you're enjoying this content. Also, in the comments, what's a movie that would be a classic for a millennial or Gen Z? If you have a a movie that you want us to watch, debate whether or not it's a classic. I'm sure Matthew has seen all Gen Z movies.
All of them.
I've seen a lot of millennial aged movies. So hit us
John's
in the
millennial
comments.
core to the max.
I mean, action movie wise, for sure. That's for sure. Okay. You can go first.
Me go first?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Matthew's rating is a 5.5.
Okay, I'm done.
All right. And here is mine.
John's rating is a 4.
I remember it differently, but there you go. There you go.
Oh, it feels good to get off my chest.
Oh yeah. Was that burning a hole inside?
No, I can't, I don't know. I can't hate this movie. I feel like
Yeah.
it didn't do anything to harm me. It didn't do anything egregious, I don't feel like. We'll get into it, but
Yeah,
didn't have any harmful messages, so,
for sure. There were, just talking about, let's just start with maybe like the first half hour of this movie.
Yeah.
Right away, first 20 seconds, narrator tells you exactly what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's no more story development,
Yeah,
really.
it's essentially, hey, Skeletor, he's the bad guy. He wants to take over the universe. This is how he wants to do it. He-Man, the Master of the Universe, they're the good guys.
Yep.
There you go. And then just plops you into
Your synopsis actually took more time to set it up than I think the actual movie.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
And then also they go into they have a couple theme songs that they play throughout the movie. They sound a lot like Superman.
Really?
Yeah. The original.
Are they from the show or just...
I think they could be from the show, but unless it was around the time where towards the end he says, I have the power.
Oh, sure.
I don't know if I recognize anything from the show.
That's
but
fair.
again, I wasn't a huge cartoon buff, so
I will say the one thing I really did appreciate and liked is the very first shot that we see of Castle Grayskull. It's hand drawn. I just think that's so cool that people put effort into hand drawing that out.
yes.
I mean, you don't see that anymore. And I think that's a really cool relic of that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a super cool detail. And I love that they put time and effort into that.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but everything about this movie from a budget perspective seemed like they had a decent amount of money to spend.
I was pleasantly surprised with how well some of the CGI held up.
Yeah.
I really was.
Yeah, especially the spaceships.
Mm-hmm.
The spaceships were really good. There's a couple scenes for sure that did not hold up, which we will get into. The first fight scene with He-Man and some of the bad guys on the planet, thought was cut very interesting.
It was. I would agree.
So he starts swinging the sword. They're doing the sword fights. And it's just a lot of shots of his nips. like
Too
you know what I'm
much
saying? It's
nips.
like, it was just super like
Yeah, He-Man started the free the nip movement.
free the nip movement. Oh my gosh.
So
we're
I
canceled.
have yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Skeletor's henchmen in the movie
Yep.
look like just black versions of stormtroopers.
Careful.
The color.
Yep.
Were they in the show?
I don't know. I don't know.
They kind of seem a little rip off.
For sure. And I will give it to them. They made them worse shots. Like they could, like
that's hard to do.
Stormtroopers are known for not shooting well. But these bad guys there's scenes in this movie where it looks like they're like 4 feet away and they're not hitting anything.
Yep.
It's real bad.
It's real bad. So we're unknown if they were in the show or not.
I would have to look that up. Maybe Tabby could fact check us, but I don't remember.
Okay.
I would imagine that there was a version of his army, but I don't know what they look like.
Another Star Wars-esque thing, there's a lot of laser guns in this movie.
Yes. Yep.
I was not expecting that.
That was kind of the thing that I felt the entire movie was, did you just take the He-Man lore and try to make a Star Wars movie out of it? because it didn't feel like it was its own thing.
Yeah. Should we just go into our least? I feel like we're leaning into it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, yes, let's get into our least favorite scenes. All right, I'm going to guess your least favorite scene.
Okay.
I think because, so the whole premise of this, the key that's going to unlock this portal to get them back home. It's all, Gwildor keeps saying like, hey, it's all music, and music ties the universe.
The universe is the music.
Yeah. So when they're trying to reprogram the key because it gets damaged, Kevin, the kid who's a high school musician who loves music, he's trying to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And I think that whole scene you didn't like.
Oh, really? When he's trying to figure out how to fix it?
Yeah, I don't know if something about it was like.
Oh, I actually didn't mind that scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed the universe is music. I know that's a fun little line.
Okay.
I mean, any scene with Gwildor bumps this movie up. So
if Gwildor got his own spin-off series, Matthew would give it a 10 out of 10 for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't honestly, I don't know if I can pinpoint it to one particular scene. I mean, I'm not a He-Man fan. Obviously, I went into this completely blind into the whole He-Man universe, but it kind of felt like He-Man was an afterthought in this movie. It felt like, and maybe this might be true, and if it is, I didn't look this up, but it kind of felt like they already had a script like 90% done for this Kevin and Julie characters, and the only way it was going to get produced was if they tied a bigger name to it.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, well, we can do He-Man, and then they rewrote it to have He-Man and the Masters of the Universe in it. It just felt like for a He-Man movie, he barely has any dialogue in this movie at
that's
all.
True. He's not in it a lot.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not a fan, but I feel disappointed that he was barely in this movie.
Okay.
So that was honestly my biggest grievance with it was specifically He-Man is barely in this movie.
Okay. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
There's a huge chunk of it that my other scene that I was going to guess of your least favorite was and don't take this the wrong way. This doesn't mean anything.
All right, now I'm a little scared.
I didn't like, I shouldn't say, it wasn't my least favorite scene, but I didn't care for it, is her parents came back at the end. Like, so
you didn't like that?
I don't know.
Wow.
It took the emotional stake out of everything, because if you can just go back in time and fix it.
Yeah, but they saved it till the end though. I felt like, I'm not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit. Because that was her whole thing. Was she was
I am 0 and 2 on Matthews.
She was so sad because like she felt like it was her fault, all this stuff, and then she gets a redemption arc at the end. I don't know. Yeah. I enjoyed it. It touched my heart.
Okay, well, for context, if you haven't seen the movie, Julie's character, her parents have like just died when you meet her
pretty recently. Yeah.
So she's grieving. But then also she hates her boyfriend and says she wants to get 3,000 miles away from him.
Which is really interesting because he's a pretty decent guy. I thought so.
I'm like, give Kevin a chance. Yeah. I mean, he's been nothing but sweet to you, and she wants nothing to do with him, and he's going to drive her to the airport.
And he plays music. Come on, guys.
I know, this kind of sounds like Kevin's the total package.
That's what I'm saying. Justice for Kevin and Gwildor. Goated team right there.
Yeah, our merch. We're gonna get some good merch here. Yeah. So, anyways, she's grieving her parents, but they come back at the end, and
that's true.
That made you happy, so
okay. It made me happy.
Makes one of us.
You didn't like that her parents came back?
I didn't like it because I was like, what about the kids who might be experiencing the similar thing, and they're like, oh well, I can't go back in time and rescue.
But they didn't. You have to help He-Man to do that.
Yeah, you can't make He-Man either.
Anyway,
if you can help He-Man, he'll help you out. Right?
Why will I find He-Man?
Exactly, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you want to guess my least favorite scene?
Yeah, I think your least favorite scene is right when they introduce Skeletor, because Why does he look like that? He
Yeah.
looked pretty rough.
My least favorite scene is all of the makeup design.
Okay. Who else was pretty bad besides Skeletor?
Well, I thought Gwildor, again,
Man, I see he was like bad to the point that I enjoyed it though.
well, here's what so Skeletor's makeup, maybe at the time, but here's the thing. Okay. Like the makeup, it just feels like the production on this movie the budget is so high.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like they cut on like the costumes and the makeup.
Yeah, it almost felt like they tried to make him look a little more realistic.
Yeah. Instead of a skull.
Yeah, and it just didn't look that cool, I guess.
Yeah. And specifically on him, and I understand why they did it,
Mm-hmm.
but where his nostrils are, it's just like black fabric because his nose is actually behind it and
Yep.
he needs to breathe.
Yep.
So that, I mean, it makes sense. But I think if like, I just feel like they were so close.
Mm-hmm. They were so close.
And so like, even just my assessment of the movie is I feel like with a tighter edit, it would have doubled my score easily.
It did run a little long.
It ran a little long for sure because the middle takes forever.
Yeah,
and
they
because
were
it's
on
He-Man-less.
Yeah, they're on Earth for a long time, which again, kind of going back to my previous, it feels like a Julie and Kevin movie
Yeah.
featuring the masters of,
Yeah.
of the universe.
Yeah, primaries of the universe.
Yes, sorry.
And
My
so,
bad, guys.
I'm looking out for you. So yeah, I don't know. And then like just the lighting. I felt like if the lighting, like if they would have brought Skeletor's hood over
sure.
more
Yeah.
and he was more hidden. And so like maybe the nose part was like in a shadow.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been 10 out of 10.
I also just didn't like seeing his actual human eyes move around underneath
Yeah.
that makeup. It was a little creepy,
Yeah,
but
for
not
sure.
in a good way.
Not in a good way. And that's just the bummer because like I said, like the set pieces are done really nice.
Yeah, that's the other bummer thing about it is we spend so much time on Earth. There are so many cool set designs in Eternia that we don't spend a lot of time in this movie.
Yeah.
Yep, I totally agree.
100%.
Man, justice for Skeletor too. Make him look better. Give him his glam up.
Yeah. And also like, I would just say this as kind of my least favorite part is like, as somebody who kind of watched the cartoon
Mm-hmm.
and didn't really know a ton, they really don't tell you who anybody is.
That was the other thing is I don't know why He-Man is such a big deal. They keep referencing that He-Man and Skeletor have this rivalry, but why do they have it? We don't really know.
And they don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but they don't ever say where He-Man gets his powers.
Nope.
So at the end, when he's like, I have the power, I'm like,
But why though?
why didn't you do that earlier? Like nothing.
Yeah, what was stopping you from doing that before? Yeah.
Yep.
I understand that you need movies for the fans, but you gotta give us a little something.
For sure.
There is no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna compare this to a movie we watched earlier in the series, Mortal Kombat.
Yep. I knew you were going to do that.
Here's the crazy. I think Mortal Kombat did a better job at setting up emotional stakes than this movie did,
Mhm.
because in Mortal Kombat we learned that the main antagonist wants to rule the universe, and he needs to do that through the Mortal Kombat tournament.
Yep.
So that's set up, but then the emotional thing is that antagonist killed Liu Kang's brother. So there's that emotional attachment. We just know that Skeletor wants to take over the universe. That's it.
Yep.
There's nothing else. And I was like, besides just having like a moral compass, I don't like, why do I care that he's taking over Eternia?
Yeah.
There was just nothing there.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I'm with you.
Justice for He-Man.
Oh my gosh.
The Eternians deserve better.
Yeah. Well,
That's the other thing is we don't see any of these people either. They keep saying, yeah, they're banding together for He-Man. What people?
Yeah,
We
no.
don't see any
Well,
of these
even
people.
later in the movie when Skeletor is on the hologram thing and he's like transmitting to the planet, there's only like 8 people.
Yeah.
Like there's like
You guys
like,
don't
how-
need this planet. There's only 8 of you here.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to like gather a rural town.
He's just like, it's the equivalent of him just saying like, get off my lawn.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to guess your favorite scene.
Okay, yeah, let's get into it.
And I think it's your favorite scene for all the best possible reasons. Because it is goofy.
Okay.
When He-Man is fighting the Skeletor's army on Earth,
Yes. Yep.
and they have those little disc hoverboards,
Mm-hmm.
and He-Man hops on a disc hoverboard,
Yeah.
and he's zipping around.
Yeah.
I could not stop laughing. I just thought,
Well, you know what
they
it
just-
reminded me of again was Star Wars when they're riding those things around in Endor.
Yeah.
On the in the third movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the fun thing is like, I had this plan. I mean, I don't think we have time to do it, but like in my head, I'm like, we got a green screen room in this back room. Like
we could easily
we
do
could
that.
easily
Yeah.
like recreate this.
It was fun seeing how they shot it, definitely, so they didn't have to show the actual cart thing the whole time,
yeah.
because they zoom in chest and above
Yep.
and he's moving. I was like, yeah, you're doing that so you don't have to show the cart.
Yeah. And it
anymore.
looked pretty, those
Those
parts
were
looked
decent. Yeah.
pretty decent. And maybe it's just because like we're in the age of AI now. So like I could upload a picture of Tabby and be like, make Tabby fly on a hoverboard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost more drawn to like how they did it in the 80s
Yeah.
practically than like
100%.
an AI thing.
Yeah,
Cause
because
like,
they had to put effort into
yeah. So that's just,
how are they lining up these shots to make it look like he still is writing it, but you can't actually see it.
yeah. So that was my guess at your favorite movie.
I enjoyed
Or your
it.
favorite part.
It's my favorite movie
Yeah,
ever.
it's not. Yeah.
Not my favorite scene. It was a fun sequence for sure. My favorite scene was it's towards the end of the movie. So in the beginning, we find out that Skeletor has trapped the sorceress, and he's like draining her power or something. That whole like subplot was a little
Yes,
confusing.
made no sense.
I don't know why he had to have her kidnapped in order to get the powers of Grayskull.
Yeah.
But I don't know, whatever. At this point, her powers are almost drained. And Skeletor says, "It's my destiny to rule the universe." My favorite quote of the movie. She says, "Men who crave power look back over the mistakes of their lives, pile them all together, and call it destiny." That went so hard for no reason. I had to pause it, rewind it, and show it to Rachel. I was like, listen to this quote. He was like, what movie is this?
It's kind of like the Spy Kids quote.
Yes, what's his name?
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, where he says,
Do you think God stays in heaven because he too is scared of the things he's created?
like, why? Why?
One
This is a
singular
kids movie.
Yeah, one singular quote in a movie just goes so hard. And
Yeah.
I enjoyed the thematic message of it, and it's just a good quote.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so now I'm gonna guess your favorite
let's
scene.
go.
John, I feel like you really enjoy when someone just goes over the top for either a goofy line or a goofy scene
Yep.
in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So on Earth, after Julie gets attacked by one of the mercenaries, like the group of the mercenaries,
Yeah.
the police get involved.
Yeah.
And then there's the Detective Lubic, I think his name is.
Yep.
Yeah, let me just double check. Yes, Lubic. And so he's kind of trying to figure out like what's going on here.
Yeah. And he's like the classic 80s. Like,
yes.
you want to be a wise guy. Yeah.
Yep.
It was just like that vibe.
Very, very sassy for sure. So towards the end of the movie, when they all get transported back to Eternia, he ends up with them because he tries like arresting Kevin right as soon as they fix the cosmic key. So he gets transported back and they start shooting at him and he goes, "Hey, nobody takes pot shots at Lubic." And I feel like you really enjoyed that line.
I did really enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite scene.
Dang it.
You are close though.
Does it involve him?
Yes.
Let's go.
So at the very end of the movie, they all return back to the planet, and that's where like the final showdown is.
Yes.
And Lubic is he came back through the portal, and
I think I know.
Yeah, so they resolve everything, and then it's like everybody's happy.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like time for people to go home, and Lubic is with a woman, and he's like, I'm not going home. I got a woman with me. And I'm like,
What a great retirement place.
yeah. I'm like, dude, you've been there for 4 minutes.
That's all it takes when you're with He-Man.
Yeah. The power of the nips.
Yep. Power of He-Man. He can bring
I have the power. Oh my gosh.
No, Lubic was a pretty fun character, I would say.
This leads me into another. I do have a question
Okay.
for everybody. I want to know how everybody feels about this.
Mm-hmm.
So in this movie, Lubic is the one that always has a gun.
Mm-hmm.
So he either has a revolver or he has a shotgun.
Yep.
All the other characters have laser guns.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, and I don't know if I've seen a ton of movies with this, but this isn't the first time that I've thought this.
Sure.
But doesn't it seem like guns in movies are 1,000% more aggressive than lasers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
So like, because people are getting one-shotted with the laser gun, and you're like, that's just good
whatever.
fun.
Yep.
And then they're getting blasted with a shotgun, and
think
you're
it's
like,
the
oh my
sound-
God.
Yeah, it's almost the sound design. Like an actual gunshot sounds way more menacing than a laser.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just because it's more associated with, video games, kid stuff. But yeah, an actual shot sounding off, way scarier.
Yeah, I want to know what people think on that.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Engagement.
What do
rate.
you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really rough to listen because it was like, whoa. I thought the people from the alien universe have the advanced technology, but like the shotgun for some reason just sounds so
Way scarier.
Yeah, way
so
scarier.
scary.
Yeah. Speaking
For sure.
of the laser shots going off, there's one scene where eventually Skeletor finds out that they're in the music store
Mm-hmm.
and laser shots going off all over the place. There's one shot where there's a keyboard hanging up and you can see the lasers hitting other things. The lasers hit the keyboard like 4 or 5 different times and there was no special effects on it. It just stays there like nothing actually hit it.
You would notice that.
It's hilarious.
You would notice that. Also, how do we feel about the space whips?
That was crazy.
Dude, He-Man just getting space whipped.
I wish it was something else because the animation they did for it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that was really dark for a kids movie too.
Because they're showing the lashes. Yeah.
It's like, and he's like, I mean, you can hear him like crying in pain. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming this was a PG movie when it came out. I mean, it's based off a kids show, so I would
think that was probably
assume
PG.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there wasn't any swearing or anything.
Yeah, not that I remember.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts. I will say Man of Arms, not that he has a lot of lines either, but it was a fun time.
Yeah.
I felt
Good
like
character.
he probably, I don't know, it seemed like he had the most fun on set. He's like, I'm just having a fun time being here.
Do you think that that's why actors get paid so much? Is because like there is a risk
That
'Cause-
movies might not do good.
Well, or it just might come across as like, because you can only do so much as an actor. And then a lot of like just relying on an editor, like
Yeah.
is like if somebody re-edited that movie, could be actually good, you know?
That's just weird because I enjoyed the whole Earth plot with like Julie, Kevin, Lubic. I just wish that was its own movie.
Yeah.
And we got a He-Man movie on Eternia.
Yeah.
It felt like 2 movies mashed into each other. Like they were, Julie, Kevin, all likable characters. Were in the movie way too much.
Yeah. Yeah, totally agree.
I just want to know the thought process behind not having He-Man.
That was a lot.
Yeah?
I'll spill the tea during fun
Okay.
facts.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, let's get into it. Should we do our final rating?
Yeah. Anything else you really enjoyed about this movie? We've kind of bashed it a little
Well,
bit.
I mean, just the 80s vibe I will always appreciate.
Mhm.
We've said it in some of our previous episodes with like Weird Science.
Mhm.
Some of the other 80s movies is like, it's just like they just were having fun.
Yeah.
And you can't, like, Dolph Lundgren, he's like an absolute legend. So like I'm not like crapping on anybody's performance. I thought everybody did the best they could.
Mm.
It just, for me, it was more of like some costumes and some, like, it just needed to be trimmed a bit, especially in the middle, like we were talking about. But other than that, I mean, it's kind of like, you may never watch it again, but are you glad that you saw it?
I am glad I watched to see how the new one is, because I think personally, again, this is coming from a guy that didn't watch the show as a kid, didn't read any of the comics or anything like that. I think He-Man fans deserve better than this. So I'm rooting for you guys. I hope the new movie's good, because I left disappointed.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah.
Even if
Fair
I did
enough.
have a fun, good time,
Yeah.
I had a fun, good time with all of the wrong aspects of a He-Man Masters of the Universe movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. Time to get into it.
Let's get into it.
All right. What did you watch the movie on? Was it Freevee or whatever?
Freebie. I watched it on Tubi, actually.
Okay.
It was also on YouTube. If you guys want to watch it, you can watch it on YouTube
Free
for
on the
free.
tubes.
The tubes. All right, hit us with some fun facts.
So Canon Films are the ones that produced this film, and they were famous, I think, for making low budget films.
Okay.
And I think they had a big budget in the beginning, but it ended up being slashed in half so that they can also produce Superman. And then they were hoping to make profits from the two movies and then create like a huge blockbuster Spider-Man movie, big budget Spider-Man movie.
Interesting.
But both movies failed. They flopped so hard. This movie's budget, I think, was 16 million and they only made like 22 million from it.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Yikes.
That was... Yeah, I'm guessing that's the reason. That's actually the reason why they had to send He-Man to Earth, because they couldn't do a lot of the CGI required for an alien universe. So that's crazy, because the Earth scenes were like really well made. I mean, at least the characters, Julie and Kevin.
Like,
they're
that's what I
well-developed.
didn't mind them. I just didn't feel like it should have been.
Yeah, but from the sounds of it, it's like they were the afterthought.
Yeah.
And then they ended up actually kind of...
Interesting.
this-
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool.
So Dolph, in a French magazine, once said that working on this film was a nightmare.
Oh, no.
Yes.
You know what's bad when Dolph doesn't have a good time?
Yeah.
For real.
He's anti-free the nips movement.
He actually, I think a lot of the characters who shot this film, I think maybe cringe at working on this movie.
Sure.
Oh, man.
But he said that first of all, it was 5 months of shooting and 2 months was night shooting, and all he had was the loincloth, leather outfit, and the chest armor, which was cold most of the time. In fact,
The nips were so prominent.
yeah, it's actually reported that Meg Foster's costume also weighed a reported 45 pounds.
Holy crap.
That's why she's not seen sitting down at any of the scenes.
Huh.
Same with Blade's boots. They were about 50 pounds. He said he had to drain sweat from the boots at the end of filming almost every
Gross.
night. Also, Meg Foster's eyes are naturally that color and they have tiny pupils. And I think he gets cast a lot because of her eyes.
Oh.
That's pretty awesome. Also, yes, you're right. This was Courteney Cox's first feature film. Before that, he was just in, I think, shows and music videos, which is interesting. I just found out about the music videos part. I want to know which music videos Courteney Cox is.
Yeah.
Well, I know it was a Bruce Springsteen one.
Oh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Okay. So she was a vixen,
what's
a
that?
video vixen.
What does that mean?
A video vixen's like a dancer in a music
Oh,
video.
okay.
I've never heard that term before.
Yeah, we just learned something new.
Well,
Thank you,
something
Tabby.
new.
We're learning
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Yeah.
Also, Skeletor, I think, might be the only one who recalls enjoying doing this movie because his son really loved Skeletor, the actor. So
that's
there's
fun.
like a few lines he improved, and one of them was, let me find it real quick.
Yeah,
I
he was a
lost
great
it.
actor.
He
No,
was.
that's what I'm saying is like, I didn't dislike any of the performances, especially for an 80s movie.
Yeah.
Like everybody,
was doing
I mean,
really good.
Dolph might have been like a little rough at parts, but
Yeah.
I mean,
it
it felt
was-
like he was giving us nothing during his very small amount of scenes.
Oh, you know what? I forgot
Just-
to mention
I'm
another
terrified of him, so I'm not going to say anything bad.
another aspect of why he hated doing this movie. At the time, he had a very thick Swedish accent. And so they even during the production, they knew that He-Man would not have a lot of lines because they guessed that people would not be able to hear through his accent.
His accent.
And he had a contract that said he could dub his lines 3 times, I think 3 or 2 times after. So he had to be given a chance to like redub his lines instead of having another actor because that was their plan, to have his lines dubbed by someone else,
That's
which
hilarious.
wow.
is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so they gave him just short lines that he could easily say during which
I mean, even
I see why
more
I'd hate
just
that.
simple action sequences would have helped
Yeah,
with him, including more of him in it.
for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
yeah.
one of the lines that Skeletor improved was the line, "Tell me about the loneliness of good, He-Man." That was a
That
good line.
Was improv?
Yeah.
That was an
Oh, was it
amazing
improv?
line.
He wrote it. He wrote it. The exact.
But yeah,
quote
he
is-
still
Still,
came-
though,
yeah.
he came up with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's good.
Frank, what a beast.
I love Skeletor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That's where she looked cooler.
yeah.
Oh, can I finish that line? I think I forgot. Tell me about the loneliness of good, He-Man. Is it equal to the loneliness of evil? That's
Wow.
freaking love
Yeah.
it. I'm
That's-
fangirling
What a
here.
beast.
Yeah.
There's some bangers in
Oh,
there.
speaking of fun actors' names, there's one person credited as Christina Pickles, and I thought that was an hilarious name, and I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. That was
All
fun
right.
facts.
Yeah. Ready?
Thank you, Tabby.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. 3, 2, 1.
Dude, you gave it higher.
I gave it. Is this a first?
Yeah, this is a first.
Holy crap.
Do you guys want to know what I rated it as?
Yeah, what hit us with it?
8.5. I really enjoyed this
Wow.
movie.
Wait.
So this is a
just,
first.
Hey, because I know Rachel's watching probably. What was your rating for Devil Wears Prada?
I don't remember.
I think it was
was a-
lower.
Was
I
it
thought
low?
you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think
But
it was
I
an
think
8.
it was lower. Yeah.
Yeah, 8. That's what I get. 8's good.
It's good.
Well, anyways, I gave it
No,
a
but I'm
6.
saying she just rated Masters of the Universe an 8.5.
Crap.
Both are 2 good scores. An 8 and an 8.5 are pretty much the
Yeah,
same.
I gave it a 6, and John gave it a 4.
I gave it a 4.
Wow, I was scared I was gonna upset you with a 6.
No. Just so you know, I don't think any score you've had has upset me.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
Wow,
This isn't that kind of podcast. I don't think.
that's true. Yeah, we don't hate each other.
Yeah.
Enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, we can toast to a fun time at the movies.
Yeah, I had a fun time. I just wish it was a different movie,
Yeah.
and I think that's worthy of knocking it down 4 points.
Yeah, and honestly, like I should have maybe prefaced this in the beginning. Like part of the reason I picked it was because I had seen pieces of it growing up, and I always remember it like not being horrible. But then also with the remake coming out, I'm like, oh, it'd be really fun to revisit it.
For
So
sure.
I'm glad I did, but there's no way I'm gonna and there was a brief moment where my daughter was watching the first like 15 minutes with me. She's like, but I want to watch the movie, Daddy, because it was bedtime. Like, I want to watch the movie, and kept trying to sneak out to watch it. And I'm like, Emily, it might actually be a good movie for kids because she's like really, and Emily's like, she's just trying to get out of bedtime.
Yeah,
This
I will
movie's
say
not good.
this is not a good movie to start past 9 o'clock because it drags on
Oh, yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah, there was a moment where I'm like, should I just try to finish this tomorrow before the pod?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The last 25 minutes, I was holding on by a string trying to stay awake.
That's why I got a 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fair. That's fair.
So, All right. Well, what is our next movie, Matthew?
Okay. I think our next movie should be The Maze Runner.
Okay.
You ever heard of it before?
I have heard of it, but I have not seen it.
It's a fun time. It's
And
one of
Tabby's
those.
applauding, so
Okay.
let's go.
Have you seen it, Tabby?
I have seen it.
Ooh.
I loved it.
Yeah, it's one of those like fun. It was during the era when like post-apocalyptic movies were pretty big.
Yeah, like Hunger Games and all that. Yeah.
This one I felt was a little underrated, kind of not flew under the radar, but I don't think it was appreciated as much as, Hunger Games or Divergent. So I think it'll be a fun rewatch and hopefully you enjoy it too.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode. If you are excited about The Maze Runner or want to check out our other movies in our catalog, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And until next time, it's been a real pain. Good journey.
This episode was brought to you by Storyline Multimedia, and special thanks to Matthew Purcell for making and producing our theme song.